Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most powerful and maybe most misunderstood tools in any business's arsenal, the email marketing campaign. Ever wonder how a simple message in your inbox can drive huge results? Well, you're about to find out.
So let's kick things off with a fact that might surprise you. When a whole bunch of marketers were recently asked to name their #1 most important channel, what do you think they said? Not social media, not fancy paid ads. Nope, it was email. By a long shot. That tells you something right there.
Okay, so that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Knowing email is a big deal is one thing, but how do you actually build a campaign that cuts through all the junk in our inboxes and really, truly works? That's exactly the blueprint we're going to lay out for you today.
But first, let's quickly get into why email is such a beast. Because once you understand the why, using it effectively becomes so much easier. Look, it all boils down to one thing: return on investment, or ROI. When you do it right, email can bring in more money for every dollar you spend than pretty much anything else. And why is that? It's because you're not just shouting into the wind on social media. You're talking directly to people who've actually raised their hand and said, "Hey, I want to hear from you."
So let's be super clear about what we mean by a campaign. This is critical. An email campaign isn't just firing off a random weekly promotion. No way. It is a planned series of emails, all designed and working together to gently nudge your audience towards one specific goal.
And here's the easiest way to tell the difference between a strategy and a campaign. Think of it like a sport. Your overall email marketing is the whole playbook. It's your entire strategy for the season. An email campaign is one specific focused play you call to achieve a certain outcome, like a 2-minute drill to score right before the half.
All right, let's get down to business. Now we're getting into the how-to, the main event, a simple 5-step blueprint you can follow to build a killer campaign from scratch. Think of this as your recipe for success.
And here it is, the whole roadmap, all in one place. You can see how it just flows, right? You start with your why, your goals, then you figure out your who, the audience. Only then do you get to the fun part of creating the emails, timing the send, and finally listening to what the data tells you. So, let's walk through each one.
Step 1. Define your goals. Seriously, don't skip this. This is the foundation of the whole thing. Without a clear, measurable goal, your campaign is just floating in the wind. Saying you want to boost engagement is fine, but it's fuzzy. Saying you want to increase click-throughs on our new blog series by 20% in the next 30 days, that is a goal you can build around.
Step 2 is all about your audience. You have to know who you're talking to. Sending the exact same message to everyone is a surefire way to get ignored. You have to earn the right to be in someone's inbox. How? By offering something valuable up front, like a free guide, a checklist, or a discount. Then you keep that right by personalizing what you send them. And now we get to the creative part, actually making the emails. You'll use what's called an email service provider, or ESP, to handle all the tech stuff. That frees you up to focus on the two things that matter most. First, the subject line. Its only job is to get that email opened, period. And second, the call to action, the CTA. Its job is to get your reader to do the one thing you want them to do.
Step 4 is all about timing. A brilliant email sent at 3 a.m. is a brilliant email that nobody reads. Now, every audience is a bit different, but the data points to some sweet spots. That first thing in the morning phone check, mid-morning coffee break, the lunchtime scroll, and that evening wind down. You got to test and see what rhythm your people respond to.
And the final step, which is maybe the most important, track your performance. This isn't just about looking at numbers. It's about listening. Your open rate tells you if your subject line worked. Your click-through rate tells you if your message was interesting. And your conversion rate, well, that tells you if you actually won the game. This data is pure gold. It's literally your instruction manual for making the next campaign even better. Okay, so you've got the 5-step blueprint. Now you might be asking, what kind of campaign should I actually create? Perfect question. Let's look at a few powerful types to get the ideas flowing. First up is the welcome campaign. This is your digital handshake. It's your one chance to make a killer first impression. And notice, it's a series of emails, not just one. The goal is to onboard new subscribers and make them feel like they made a great decision signing up.
And Starbucks absolutely nails this. They don't just say hi, they immediately give you a reason to be excited. Free coffee, which is a super clear incentive to engage. And look, they sneak in those social media links. That's a really smart, low-pressure way to turn a single subscriber into a fan across multiple channels.
Next, you've got the classic newsletter. This isn't about the hard sell. This is your long-term relationship builder. It's all about providing consistent, predictable value that keeps your brand top of mind, so when they are ready to buy, they think of you first. This quote about the Headspace newsletter says it all. This is a brand that gets its audience. They know people are busy, probably overwhelmed, so what do? They deliver a newsletter that's short, visual, and gets right to the good stuff. You know, respecting your reader's time is a form of value, and it's one of the most powerful.
But what if you want to stop talking and start listening? That's what a survey campaign is for. It's your direct line to your audience, a chance to ask them what they think, what they want, and how you can do better. It's invaluable for making smart decisions.
And Airbnb's survey email is just a masterclass in simplicity. Look at it. The design is super minimal, all the visual clutter is gone. Why? Because it forces your eye to go straight to that one button, the call to action. They make it incredibly easy for you to do the one thing they need you to do. It's brilliant.
All right, to bring it all home, let's hear a couple of key pieces of advice directly from the pros. People who do this stuff for a living every single day.
Mithun Shawar from Splash Learn brings us right back to the audience. But he adds this crucial layer. It's not just who they are, it's where they are in their relationship with you. Are they a brand new lead? A loyal customer? Knowing their spot in the journey is the real secret to next-level personalization.
And Neil O'Grady from Demand Curve gives us the golden rule that you should probably write down and tape to your monitor. Provide value. With every single email, even a simple confirmation message, give them something useful, because that is what builds loyalty, that's what gets your emails opened, and that's what ultimately drives results.
So there you have it. You have the blueprint. You've seen the examples. You've heard the expert advice. There's really only one question left. What are you going to do with it? What's the very first campaign you'll build? Thanks for joining us on The Explainer.